Iran does not have nuclear weapons, but it has something more powerful than that. 33 kilometers. Just the capacity to shut down 33 kilometers of water. And this could bring the entire world economy to its knees. In this video, I will talk about the Strait of Hormuz and the price the world would pay if it were closed. Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Kuwait, the United Arab Emirates, and Iran. The vast majority of these countries' oil exports pass through Hormuz. So where does this oil go? Mostly to Asia, China, India, Japan, and South Korea. These four countries are extremely dependent on the oil that passes through the Gulf. Europe also gets its share of the impact. The United States, thanks to its domestic production, is less directly affected, but it cannot escape global price fluctuations. The Strait of Hormuz has been at the center of tensions many times in the last 40 years. During the 1980-1988 Iran-Iraq War, the sides attacked each other's tankers. This event went down in history as the Tanker War. However, the strait was never completely closed. The year is 2012. Iran threatened to close the strait in response to Western sanctions. In 2019, mysterious ship attacks occurred in the Gulf. In 2024, Iran seized a container ship. And at the point we have reached now, after the operations by the United States and Israel against Iran, this time the scenario has become reality. Tanker traffic has stopped. Iran has closed the Strait of Hormuz. Now let's come to the main question. What is the cost to the world of closing Hormuz? Energy prices. Experts used to say that even a temporary closure could push Brent oil prices into three-digit numbers. Today, the price of 1 barrel of oil has already risen to $102. In a prolonged closure, refineries will have to compete with each other for crude oil. Natural gas crisis. Almost all of Qatar's LNG exports pass through this strait. Europe has already been dependent on LNG since Russia's war in Ukraine. This crisis hits Europe much harder. Food crisis. A little-known fact. 33% of the world's fertilizer trade also passes through Hormuz. After the strait was closed, the global supply of sulfur shrank by 44%, and the supply of urea shrank by 30%. Without fertilizer, there is no agriculture. Without agriculture, food prices rise. Global economy. Energy costs affect everything. Industry, transportation, agriculture, storage. Stagflation stands at the door. Central banks have to fight both inflation and recession at the same time. Are there alternative routes? Yes, but unfortunately they are insufficient. Saudi Arabia's pipeline extending to the Red Sea can carry 5 million barrels per day. The UAE's Fujairah pipeline has a capacity of only 1.5 million barrels. Iraq also has a pipeline extending to the Mediterranean through Turkey, but this only covers the northern fields. In total, these alternatives cover only a very small portion of the amount that passes through Hormuz. So in this situation, the solution cannot be pipelines either. The Strait of Hormuz is not just a sea passage. That narrow 33 kilometers directly affects the bills, the tables, and the livelihoods of billions of people. And now, the scenario that remained theoretical for years has become reality. The eyes of the world are on this narrow waterway. How do you think this crisis will end? Write in the comments. If you liked it, subscribe and see you in the next video. I am Deficon.